It's a momentous day. We should mark it. Hello my friends, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode. This is day 10 on the garage. So you can see we've picked up all of the siding. We're not doing that today. Today we're gonna get joists in and the center ridge. So here we go, we'll get going on this. It might go pretty quick, we might get some siding up. We'll see how it goes. It's a momentous day. We should mark it. There's no wind whatsoever. It's silent. My video is not going to sound like So these are an indispensable tool. This is a set of breakdown scaffolding. It can be done on a ladder. Right, Father? This sort of thing. You've done plenty of this on a ladder.
Pretty much all my life. They're one of the best investments that I got when they were on sale.
We start with this here. That's going to be the center ridge up at the top. These are some little angle cuts that are going to brace it vertically. I was like, there's no wind, and now there's wind, and it's probably sounding something like in the microphone.
You're gonna go on the ladder, lift this end up. I'm gonna be up on the scaffold lifting that end up. So if we pretend that this is the top of that wall, so we're gonna hold this rafter up until you get this bottom edge of the rafter flush with that piece of wall. Then you're going to mark it top and that front side, and that's what makes what they call a bird's mouth.
Gotcha. The wind calmed down. I'm going to reiterate the math here. So the pitch of this roof is going to be 412. So for every 12 inches of span, there's 4 inches of rise. And it's pretty simple with us. We have exactly 12 feet of span right here, so it'll go up 48 inches. Run instead of span. We're arguing semantics at this point. It's run. Okay, it's run. Take all of that I just said and apply it here. So that's 48 inches minus 6. That's for the 5.5 inches of 2x6 plus a ½ inch of decking, and there you have it. You're gonna have 12 feet of run, 4 feet of rise. This is our first rafter. It's being cut to our scribes, and this is going to be a pattern. This is going to be used to mark all subsequent rafters so that they're the same. This is the bird mouth that sits on the plating up on top of the wall. This here is cut at an angle for the soffit. This gets filled with siding, and that covers up the eaves. This angle here is the 412 angle to match, and there's another one up on the end. This is the 412 that meets the peak. This is the end of day 10. It was pretty short. It was like voodoo magic. As soon as I mentioned how nice it was, the wind roared in. It's blowing boards out of our hands, and the tape measure, it's making everything difficult, but here we are. So those are the gable ends. We have 2 of the rafters up here for support, and that's just a cross member to brace it so it doesn't wobble around. That's where we're at. Day 10 was fast. We started off going out, we picked up our siding, went down to racks, loaded it up, brought it all back, had to unload it. That's an exhausting process in and of itself. So we had a couple hours to get going on those rafters, and the wind just came sweeping in. It's really hard to get stuff done. It's really frustrating to literally have a board like yanked out of your hands in the middle of trying to line things up. So we're done. We called it a night. I'm very frustrated. I think Dad is too. So we're done. we're done with day 10. That's not the end of the episode. We will continue tomorrow. We'll put some more rafters up. It should be a little more peaceful, and we'll continue then. It's day 11 now. We're gonna head back out. The rafters have to go up. Once the rafters are up, we'll be ready for garage door installing and things like that. So that's gotta happen today. It is ungodly windy. It puts me in such a bad mood. It's so ugly outside. It is so windy. And I have to keep telling myself, if it were like a rainy place, I wouldn't be working at all. You can't go out there and do this in the rain. So it's just wind, it's just annoying. It's gonna be a lot of time lapse and things like that. Just no audio, music overlay. That's how it's gonna have to be. Couple of hours into day 11 and here we are. All the rafters are up, all the cross ties are up. It's looking pretty good. This is very exciting. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. It looks so good. There's like a real idea, the real skeleton of the entire thing. Oh. All these days of the framing, it's a lot. It's a lot up and down a ladder, up and down the scaffolding, but here it is. It's really coming together. I am taking a shortcut. I did order the garage door, and that is going to be installed. 16-foot door is a lot for two people to handle, especially with the gustiness here. They can also really be damaged frequently in shipping, and that's a lot of trips back and forth for us. There's just a lot of factors that came into play, and we decided it was best to spend a little extra money and get the garage door professionally installed. But here's where we're at right now. So next step here are the studs that continue up the gables, and once those are all in, we can create what are called the strong backs, and those are a couple of 2x4s that are tied in together. I'll show you those, and they're gonna run lengthwise across the cross ties, and that just adds to the rigidity of everything. And then it'll be time to start siding and decking, windows, door. I realized in my haste to pack up and get back inside while it was getting colder, I forgot to do any kind of outro. So here's the outro. Everybody, thank you for hanging out with us doing this project. It's a long project. This isn't going to be a construction channel. This is just where the steps have taken me thus far. So thanks for hanging out with my father and I doing this project, building the garage. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe if you'd like to follow along with this journey as it continues. You can hit the little bell icon next to that and you'll get direct notifications to your device. Until next time, have a good evening. Bird? What are you doing, bird?